Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today we're diving into a fascinating case study from Massena, New York, how a small town wrestled control of its electricity grid from a private utility, and what the long-term effects have been. It's a story of community resilience, legal battles, and ultimately, lower energy bills. Intriguing, right?
Absolutely. I'm particularly interested in the long-term implications. Did this actually lead to lower costs and improved service, or was it just a short-lived victory?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The article highlights that after a 7-year legal battle and multiple referendums, Massena successfully took over its electric utility in 1981. Immediately, residential rates dropped by 24%. That's a significant win.
Wow, a quarter reduction. That's impressive. But did that savings persist? Were there any unforeseen consequences?
That's where it gets really interesting. The article points out that even now, over 40 years later, Massena still enjoys some of the cheapest and cleanest electricity in the state. Their rates are around 4 cents per kilowatt hour, compared to the regional average of closer to 15 cents. That's a huge difference.
That's remarkable sustained success. But wasn't there opposition? It took 7 years of legal battles. What was the nature of the resistance?
Oh, the resistance was fierce. Niagara Mohawk, the incumbent utility, fought tooth and nail. They spent hundreds of thousands on campaigns against the referendum, even using divisive tactics to turn neighbor against neighbor. It really was a David and Goliath story.
And the unions? I've heard that union involvement can be a double-edged sword in these situations.
You're right. It was a complex situation. Initially, some unions sided with Niagara Mohawk, fearing job losses. However, the United Auto Workers, representing local GM workers, strongly supported public power. Interestingly, after the takeover, Massena Electric's linemen joined the IBEW and have been unionized ever since.
So the union situation resolved itself eventually. What about the long-term sustainability of this model? Is it replicable elsewhere?
That's a crucial point. While Massena's success is inspiring, the article cautions that replicating this on a larger scale would be extremely challenging. The key factor in Massena's low rates is their access to preferential hydropower rates from the New York Power Authority, NYPA. That resource is already allocated, making it difficult to expand this model.
I see. So it's not just about the political will, but also the availability of resources. What about the current climate? Are there similar movements happening elsewhere in New York?
Absolutely. The article mentions similar efforts in Rochester and on Long Island, focusing on bringing more power generation under public control. There's a growing movement towards public power, driven by a desire for more affordable, reliable, and clean energy. But as Massena's experience shows, it's a long and arduous fight.
It sounds like a David and Goliath story, repeated across the state. So what's the takeaway here? Is this just a local success story, or does it offer broader lessons for other communities considering similar initiatives?
I think it offers several key lessons. First, community unity and persistence are crucial. Second, thorough planning and legal preparation are essential to overcome powerful opposition. And third, access to affordable and clean energy sources is a significant factor in the long-term success of such initiatives. It's a powerful example of what's possible when a community decides to take control of its future.
A truly inspiring story. Thanks for sharing this insightful analysis.
My pleasure. And thank you for listening to Tech Bytes and News. We hope you join us again tomorrow for another fascinating discussion. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye-bye.